Second thing is about the I-693 medical checkup that you do in the US. It's probably the same with when you're doing the panel physician for constant processing. But when you're going to do adjustment status in the United States, you have to submit form I-693. And what I do as a policy is I tell my clients certain things to prep for this. One is like calling around because their prices are so all over the place. Second thing is asking them how long they get the results. Some places take a week, some people take 2 months to get to the results. But one of the mandatory ones is I always ask him, hey, in addition to the sealed envelope they give you of your results, get a full on copy for your attorney to review and ask them that or schedule time if they do that. If they don't, then say, I'm not going to go to you. So I told this one client, they didn't ask any things I asked, but they went and got it. And I said, where's a copy? They said, oh, we don't have it. So they called the doctor up. The doctor won't release it. And the doctor says, no, it's just for the government. It's illegal for me to release it to you. And I hate when I do this because then I got to call and yell at them essentially and threaten lawsuit. So we contact them and say, essentially, hey, dummy, look at the I-693 instructions on the form. It says you're supposed to make one copy for your sealed envelope, another copy for yourself at your office, but a third copy for the client. Go check out the training that you had that you didn't pay attention to that said this. And go check out the state medical board licensing that says if you're going to talk to a patient, you have to give them the results. That's in the law. So if you want to have your license taken away as a physician, do your goddamn job. And then, I don't like confronting people with that. I'm not I do marriage-based immigration. I don't go to removal. So you can tell, like, I'm not a person who likes to go and argue with people. So, but it gets my blood boiling when they do that, especially in this case. It was so egregious. First of all, the idiot doctor, and I shouldn't use language like this, but it's just complete idiot, used the old form I-693. So immediately that medical would have been denied. Secondly, they didn't fill out their information properly there. Third, they didn't cross out on the lines on the vaccine page to mark which vaccines. So it was just full of RFV material. And if we didn't request this, the person would have gone to the interview. The doctor, the USCIS officer would have opened it up and said, "This what is this mess?" And then they have to go back do a new medical. That this doctor being the mentality they had, they probably would have charged him for that. And then resubmit it. That's an RFV. It takes more time to get approval, more delay in getting residency. So as you can tell, I'm very frustrated because I hate people not doing their job right. And a lot of times these civil surgeons, it's a hustle just to make numbers on this. They make it $400 a pop on these medical checkups, if not more, if they do vaccines or if they rip them off and charge. I've had doctors charge $1,200. It's ridiculous that they rip people off. And so I get really frustrated. It's poor people. I got to spend money on this medical and stuff, and then get tested all this, and then getting this kind of results. Like, have some respect for your job. Like, pay attention what you're doing. So it's very offensive. And internally, I'm probably going to do this for those part of the community for the Immigration Lawyers Toolbox, accumulating a list of doctors that are really repugnant in how they operate and how much they charge and stuff like that, and we can share it with each other. I'm going to accumulate a list in Los Angeles. At least that's where I deal with most on this. And so we have that internally. So we tell our clients, if you're in a certain city, we don't know these doctors, we don't have a relationship with them, but we've seen them do better work. And if their work gets bad, then we mark them off the list. But to kind of have some sort of community list of these doctors, because I'm so tired about it, it's 10% of the time, not too much, but when you have to contact doctors and yell at them to do their job, I prefer not to. And I prefer clients don't pay $1,200 for a medical checkup that other doctors do for $400. So if we maybe follow clients, see how much they paid, how the doctors was, and create an internal review sheet, maybe it'll work, maybe not, but that's something that I had in mind as part of the Toolbox community.